introduce the sword, our latest piece, also offer a video of the piece so you guys can have kind of a 360 view of it. I'm really happy with it, really nice piece. We engraved the blade with an Icelandic quote from an Icelandic saga, basically stating, "Let my blade be your last warning," on both sides of the blade. So this sword will be available soon. Still not available. Will be on our website very shortly, next couple of days. We're presently completing the assembly process, and then we just have to polish them, and then they'll be available for order. So I wanted to do a flex test on our swords. They're all pretty much forged the same way, 5160 high carbon steel, tempered the same way, and so forth. I can't do a flex test on this one because the peanut hasn't been done fully yet. On this one, we're still in the assembly process, but I will do a flex test on one of our other swords that have been fully assembled, of course, and just to let you guys see the performance, basically, of the blade in terms of a flex test. So I'm going to put this one aside. I'm going to take, this is our two-handed Templar sword, model 1340, another nice one. And I'm going to do an abusive test. As you guys know, to do a proper flex test, you either do it over your hip or over your head, and you just bend it to see if it returns to true. I'm going to do something a little bit more abusive to show you guys the extent to which our blades perform. So basically, I'm just going to put my foot on there and really, push it as maximum, as much as I can. And what's important is that the blade returns to true. In other words, absolutely straight. And when it does that, then you have a sword that's been well tempered, heat treated. And this is an abusive test because really, the blade will never flex that much when you use it in combat or for cutting tests and everything. So this is basically the performance of our swords in terms of flex tests, and this basically shows you the structural integrity of the blade, of the tang, the whole construction. The sword doesn't come apart, obviously. So this is basically where we assemble all of our swords. So to show you partly the new sword, so I'm just going to show you guys the tang on this piece. So basically, our assembly process, this is made out of oak, and then we're going to peen this. And obviously, this is one of their blades. Obviously, all of them made the same way. Consistency between them. And we have some Oslos here. For our tangs. So if we take this apart, since we're making this video, we decided to show you guys this as well. We got some Eindride daggers here that are. This one has just been peened. I'll show you the tang again on this one. This one hasn't been completed. So basically, this is the thickness of the tang of our daggers. So just put the assembly here, and then we'll grind this off, and then we'll heat this and peen it. We also have, I'll show you a couple of pieces. We have the Eindride sword, which we need to finish the assembly. We need to peen it. So just to show you the tang on this piece. This is actually my favorite of our collection. So I'll show you a couple of, these are next pieces that have to be assembled, so I'll show you a couple of pieces that are here. These are Eindride daggers that have been peened. So now we need to stain the oak handles, and then we'll polish off the blades, and they'll be ready for shipping. Again, here's a blade that hasn't been assembled yet this is going to be grinded off here. So here we go. So basically this is what our dagger blades look like. Unassembled. Same thing, another dagger blade. Got some assembled Oslo swords here, but we're going to these are the blades pre-assembled, so I'll show you a couple of tangs. So you see the tang here, the tang thickness. We have here, this is the wolfsbane. So this is the tang for the wolfsbane. Now I'm going to do a flex test here, just to show you guys again. So traditional flex test. Let's make sure it returns to true. In other words, perfectly straight. This is how you test its structural integrity. The viscount. Again, same thing. Nice thick. Same blade. This is the Norman sword, also for the Crusader sword. And so, this is the blade. This is our two-handed Templar sword, model 1340. The one with the engraved military template. So again, tank. So we're basically doing this. We have been receiving people, you know, over the years, people always want to see the tanks, of course. So we figure, well, we're here, why not? All right, so this is for the Ranger sword. So this is what the tank looks like on the Ranger sword. This is the Excalibur. So this is the thinnest tang we have for our collection, and this is for the two-handed Danish. Now the reason why the tang is so thin is because of the nature of the sword. This is a thrusting sword. It doesn't need to be as robust as something, for example, as Viking Sword, for example, which is more meant for slashing, cutting, and so forth. Rapiers and the two-handed Danish are more thrusting weapons, so you don't need to overbuild. There's no reason to overbuild. What's important really is the heat treating. Make sure that the entire blade is properly heat treated. This is another one of our blades. This is for the 1332 Gothic sword. This blade obviously needs to be polished before we assemble and also after the assembly. It's still unfinished. Another blade. This is for our Crusader sword, model 1303, and also for our medieval knight sword. So this one's, you know, if you want to look at the flex test here, you know, it turns to true. So I'll do that again for you guys. This is what you want in a good sword. This is for our Guardian sword. Again, nice 1/4 inch thick tang. This is for our arming sword. Again, one of my favorites. The arming sword is really nice. Has a beautiful balance to it. We can do again the same thing. So flex test for you guys. And it turns to true. Okay, this is our Viking sword. This goes on the Einar, the 5-lobe Viking sword, the 1335 11th century Viking sword as well. So this blade fits all 4 of our Viking swords. Exactly the same as you saw on the Einar sword that's being assembled right here. The tang is all the same. So this is our basically the same one. This we already saw, and this is another one of our blades. So again, the tang. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's one of our older Norman swords here. And as you can probably see, I mean, this is our garbage pile. This is all the blades that we rejected. We did, obviously before assembly, we do structure test. I am keeping this because I hope to eventually one day create my own Game of Thrones chair. So I'm almost there. Probably, I don't know, probably need about 50 more blades and I'll have my own Game of Thrones chair. So that's it. So, I mean, again, I just decided to do a quick tour here while we have a chance to do so, now that the Christmas rush has kind of died out. Still have a lot of orders to complete, but it took this 20 minutes this morning, 20 minutes, half an hour in order to do that. So hope you guys like the new sword. I'm very excited about it. I think it's going to be one of our fans' favorite as well. So, thank you guys. Bye-bye.